line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
There's a lot of you don't know about the fantasy headlines. Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy headlines for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Yo, what up, nation? Saturday night, week 14. Hard to believe it, but the season, fantasy football season, this is probably the last week for a majority of leagues for their regular season. Playoffs probably start next week for almost everybody.
A lot of people, 15, 16, 17, some very important weeks, but we got about an hour and a half here to spend with the nation. Full disclosure, I want to show how committed I am to you guys. Tonight is my wife's birthday, but I'm choosing to live stream with Kyle and talk to you guys. So hey, here's to sleeping on the couch and talking football for the next hour and a half. Gonna have a good time doing it, though, Kyle.
We know she's way too cool to make you sleep on the couch.
I'm not sleeping on the couch, but still, there's that little bit of a guilt trip there over my head. Anyway, it's going to be a great night here. Like I said, about an hour and a half. We're going to talk about some football, helping you guys set whatever lineups we possibly can, because we know this is some must-win situations for so many people. And then before we even kick it off, Kyle, we know that basically at this point, everybody's hurt, right? Everyone's on an injury report somewhere for the most part. Now we got bad weather for a few games, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, but it's the week where you don't want to get too cute, Kyle, because the last thing you'd want to do is get too cute, bench a stud, and then you miss out on the playoffs because of it. That's just a way to have a sour taste in your mouth. So we're not going to get too cute with a lot of things here this week.
No, we're not. The only thing that's getting cute is us, because we're cute.
Damn, been cute for 42 years, Kyle.
All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. Omar Barentes becoming a member for the 25th month.
Long time.
Need a flex between Jaden Reed, Mostert, and Olave. I'm starting Waddle, Diggs, Achane, Swift, Miami defense. This is a standard league. In a standard league, me personally, if you want the upside, it's Chris Olave. If you want to play it safe, it's Raheem Mostert.
Yep, I would have to agree with that on both scenarios.
Boom, nailed it. Keith Archer becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation today. Christopher Brannon, what's up, guys? In a full PPR, need a flex from Javonte Williams, Nico Collins, or Dilly. Also, the 49ers or Saints defense. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to do the defense first here. 49ers or Saints defense. I'm going with the 49ers defense still because Geno, I'm not entirely sold that Geno's 100% and actually going to play a full set of snaps. So I'm still sticking with San Francisco right there. What were the other options? Which one are we on?
Javonte Williams.
Okay.
Nico Collins.
Nico or Dilly.
Or Calvin Diddley.
Is it? Here's what's confusing. Is it Diddley or is it supposed to be Dylan? Are we thinking it's Calvin Ridley?
That's what I thought.
I mean,
this is what happens when we give everybody nicknames. It's hard to keep track of them sometimes.
I know, but I've never called anybody Dilly, but we did have Calvin Diddley there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's just do this if it's two scenarios, because I don't know if Christopher,
are you in the chat by any chance?
To clarify if that is A.J. Dillon or Calvin Ridley. We'll see if he says anything else. I mean, Nico is one of those guys with a tough matchup, right? He's going to be covered in sauce, and we got some bad potential weather in that matchup. Javonte, I think Javonte gives you a safe, solid floor each and every week, but we haven't seen a ceiling in forever. Calvin Ridley, oh, it's A.J. Dillon. Who said that? But that's not him.
That's not him.
Not
Christopher. I'm keeping an eye on it. Christopher has not responded.
Okay, good. And if it's A.J. Dillon, another guy on the injury report majority of the week, don't dislike it, but there's really not a whole lot of upside there. If it's Calvin Ridley and we have Trevor Lawrence, that's great. But they just brought in another quarterback to Jacksonville, which is not a good sign. I don't know if we want to count on Calvin Ridley with C.J. Beathard under center. I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss here. I'm at this point, I think I almost just gamble with Nico and just hope for the sheer volume like last week, even though he had a tough matchup with Pat Surtain last week, and just hope that he can find a couple big plays down the field.
To be fair, I have Javonte Williams decently high this week. I've got him at 13.
Yeah, but even for that, it's like, what, 10, 11 points?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just, there's just not a lot there for him. So honestly, if it's me, I'm gambling at this point a little bit, and I'm going with the guy who's produced majority of the season and going Nico.
Yeah, I would say Nico definitely if you want the upside. If you want a safe 8 to 12 points, it's probably Javonte Williams at that point.
I would agree with that.
Julio Pena. Pick 2 running backs and 1 flex from Bijan, Etienne, Achan, and Puka in a PPR league. I'm probably going nothing but running backs, knowing that Puka's weather is not very good this week.
Yeah, Puka's weather is not very good. So even though it's a full PPR, and that could definitely benefit Puka, if we want to kind of play it safer, we can pencil in the 3 running backs who we know are each going to get, 12 to 15 plus touches each.
I mean, I've got Achan at 7. I've got, actually, no, I don't, because I have to remove Isaiah Pacheco. I still had him in. I've got Achan at 6. I've got Robinson at 14. And I've got Etienne at 16.
Okay, it is Ridley, he was saying. Anna saw the message and she messaged us.
It was. Okay. Oh, yes, it's Calvin Ridley. Happy birthday to your wife, Jake, with a $2 donation.
Hey, well, we would have gotten to there pretty soon here. But, hey, I still don't know if I changed, Kyle, because we don't know about Trevor Lawrence for sure, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the same thing for me.
If we knew what was going to happen in that game with the quarterback situation, I think we throw in Ridley. But when T-Law went out last week, only 2 targets went the way of Calvin Ridley. One of them was a deep ball that got called back due to penalty, and the other one was for -4 yards. So everything else was looking towards Zay Jones and Evan Ingram.
And then for Julio, already kind of answered that one. We're going with all your running backs as of right now. The one thing that I would say to everybody that if we make a comment about I would go this because of the weather right now, double check your weather tomorrow, because the weather reports from this morning are already significantly different than what they are right now at this current point in time. Because earlier today they were basically saying like the Rams and Baltimore game could be completely washed out. Now they're saying that the rain could really land on either side of the stadium, and the stadium could have some rain but not as much as what they anticipated. And the same thing for Houston and the New York Jets. Earlier this morning, they were talking about how this rain could be pretty bad. And then now they're talking about how radars are showing that the rain could end up on either side of the stadium and kind of miss a majority of the game or be done before that. So y'all have to keep an eye on the weather. So if we make a comment like with this question right here is a perfect example. So we're saying we're going with all the running backs because of Puka's weather right now. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you check the weather, and the weather now for the LA game is basically supposed to be dry, and you feel much better about Puka than you do Etienne or Bijan, I'm starting Achan no matter what, you're going to have to make that call on your own. So make sure that you all are still doing your research tomorrow morning. Do not just go, oh, hey, weather game, what do you guys think? And then not not take a look at it tomorrow morning because things could be a lot different.
Yeah, the weather, I mean, I don't know how it is where you are, Kyle, but I feel like the weather changes like 65 times a day here. So, I mean,
Yep.
you can't trust it. It's ever changing.
No. Listen. This is Indiana. The weather changes 65 times an hour here.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is like behind the scenes. My wife and I were laying in bed last night. No, this conversation doesn't get any worse. And we looked at the weather for where we were going today for her birthday. It was 65 degrees and sunny last night. We started driving and it dropped to 48 and was pouring rain on us. And we're like, what the hell is going on? So, I mean, you got to pay attention.
Yep. Jacob Bombard, should I start Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy this week?
I mean, at this point, I don't want to sit either of them. I have Mahomes at 5 and Purdy at 6. So, I mean, they're both super high.
Boom. TC7786 gifting 10 memberships to the community today. TC, appreciate you. Everyone throw a little hashtag TC in the chat for those gifted memberships there. Roman Kisak with his first donation here in a live stream. Cooks over Puka or Nico. Concerned about the weather. Need a W. I'm probably still, if I want a safe floor, I'm still probably going Puka over Cooks. And I'm probably still going Nico over Cooks if I want a higher upside.
Yeah, I mean, Cooks is one of those guys. He's not going to get a lot of volume, but he's had touchdowns in 3 of the last 4 games. So if he doesn't get that touchdown, he kind of hurts. Now, it's a great opportunity for him to score touchdowns this week against Philadelphia. But I would agree with what you said about Puka and Nico there to begin with.
Yep. Bear down. Which memberships gives you access to your guys' up-to-date rankings? Any membership tier gives you access to all of our flex rankings that are posted on Thursday. And then any membership will also get you access to the members-only live stream on Sunday mornings if you have updated questions you'd like to discuss.
And Discord as well, so you can get into Discord and talk to people and see questions there.
And Discord.
Yep.
Roderick Hughes, McKinnon or Keaton Mitchell in a PPR. This is a lot closer in PPR for me.
It is in PPR because I've
got a feeling about Mitchell this week.
Well, here's the thing. We've had a feeling about McKinnon for 3 straight years at the end of a season. It just seems like he doesn't do anything all year long, and the fantasy playoffs come around, and all of a sudden, like clockwork, Jerick McKinnon is a thing.
I would say that since it's a PPR league, McKinnon will have a safer floor than Mitchell, but I really don't think he has a higher ceiling.
I would agree with the ceiling is still higher for Mitchell. Mitchell could get you 20 fantasy points on 6 touches. You know what I mean? Like that's not something McKinnon's probably going to do.
Yep. Magenta, Myers, Flowers, Swift, or Elijah, I'm assuming more, need one for the flex.
I mean, Amari Cooper is going to play. They re-elevated Joe Flacco. Sounds like he's probably going to start. Elijah Moore led the team in targets last week with, I think, 12. Swift has a very difficult matchup. Flowers has the potential bad weather. Myers in Las Vegas going up against Minnesota. Really hasn't had much of a ceiling in weeks, but has been a little bit more consistent than Devontae Adams. If it's my team as of right now, I think if I want to play it somewhat safest, I'm going with Flowers and I'm watching the weather. If I want to gamble a little bit more, it's Swift, but it's just a bad matchup going up against Dallas on the road.
I'm going Myers for safety, Flowers for upside.
There you go.
I just don't want anything to do with Swift this week.
I mean, I really don't want to, but it's almost every time that you don't want anything to do with him is when he does something.
Yeah. Marvin Lewis, happy holidays, fellas. Happy holidays, Marvin. Flex one in a standard league between Swift and Cooks. I'll go Brandon Cooks here in a standard league for sure.
I will too for the touchdown upside.
Dan Steele with a $10 donation. Must win to make the playoffs. RB1 is Kamara. RB2, this is the question mark. Should I wait for Aaron Jones and switch to Tajay if need be at the last second, or just play Tajay or Chandler or CEH? Full PPR. Thanks, boys. Forehead kisses. Forehead kisses. So I don't want to play Tajay Spears.
I don't want to either.
At all. Ever.
Which means you have to start Chandler or CEH.
I would start CEH over Aaron Jones this week. unless we find out, unless we hear prior to the game that Aaron Jones is going to play and he has no issues whatsoever and he's going to get a full workload, literally, I'm going to need a picture perfect scenario response about Aaron Jones from the Packers before I would play him right now.
And really with that game, I believe the Chiefs game is a 4:00 game, I believe. So that means that you'd have to hear before that. And honestly, if the entire season is any indication, we probably don't hear anything until Monday morning.
Yeah. So probably just going to roll with CEH at this point.
And just cross your fingers. Just cross that little bowling ball out there can do something.
Sean Norton says, CEH sucks, FYI. I've owned him every year in Dynasty. It's bad. Well, I mean, we told you guys that CEH was not going to live up to the hype. So You're preaching to the choir here.
That was the year, Kyle, that I told everyone to avoid CEH and got death threats over it his rookie year.
Well, the death threats came in after his first game of the season because he absolutely blew up and went insane first game of the year. And it was like...
And that was it.
And then he hasn't done any... Literally has had like 2 good games since then.
In years.
Yep.
Now he looks like Mike Tolbert.
So... Did we think he would be this bad? Probably not this bad. We thought he would still contribute, but...
Yeah.
Avi Velasquez in a full PPR, pick 2 to flex between Nakua Flowers, Jaden Reed, and the Dude.
2 of them in a full PPR flex. I mean, full PPR, given these options...
I'm probably still going Nakua here since it's a full PPR and just hope that he gets some of those quick, short check downs in the rain and they just kind of... Even though he doesn't have a lot of upside since it's full PPR, if he gets 5 receptions, I'll take the extra 2.5 points.
Yep, and then to keep it a little bit safer, instead of putting too much into that game if it is bad, I probably go Jaden Reed with no Christian Watson in the lineup.
Yep. You Kidding with the $2 donation. Appreciate you for sending some money through, You Kidding. Awesome support by you out there. Red Hulk, pick 1 in a full PPR league. Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson, Javonte Williams. Also, CEH or McKinnon is the guy to have in PPR. It is absolutely McKinnon in any format. I'm playing McKinnon before I'm playing CEH in any format this week.
Yeah, how can you not see what we have seen for the past few years and just think that it's not going to be McKinnon making a run here into the playoffs? Like, it just makes sense. Out of the other ones, though, pick 1 to PPR: Henry, Wilson, or Javonte. I'm
for
probably
me,
still
highest
going...
upside is Wilson. Safest floor is Williams. I've got Williams over Derrick Henry this week.
See, I just don't know if I can do that. I understand the thought process behind it, but I don't know if I can do it. I probably still have to be a glutton for punishment. I'm still going with Derrick Henry and just hoping for the best, personally.
Jeffrey Foot. Hey, fellas, pick 1 for the flex in a PPR league. The Doobs or Chuba Hubbard. Thanks for all you do. In a full PPR league, Dobbs probably is a little bit of a higher ceiling for me than what Chuba is. I know Chuba is coming off of a good game, and I get it. I don't trust that he's going to do it in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I can't trust that either. I mean, it's one of those things like, okay, as maybe a flex play with a bunch of bye weeks or injuries and something, but I don't want to have to rely on Chuba Hubbard in a horrible offense that really has a hard time scoring touchdowns most weeks. I'm probably going towards Romeo Dobbs.
Zoom 98. Hold on. We're back. Should I start Keaton Mitchell, Jaden Reed, or DK for the flex full PPR league?
Normally, I would probably just lean DK, but with the Geno issues, that has me worried right now. I think if it's my team right now, I'm probably leaning towards Jaden Reed because he's a little bit of a mixture of both. He's got a safer floor with a higher upside still. Yeah. Keaton Mitchell, I think if you want to just go straight upside and gamble, that's where you go that way.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, kind of leaving DK out of the equation right now, not knowing what's going to happen with Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Got Devontae Smith and Michael Pittman at wide receiver, and Josh Jacobs and Mostert at running back.
I'm a little worried about Devontae Smith because Dallas Goedert is back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a game in which they're going to have a lot of offense. So I think Devontae Smith still gets that opportunity. Michael Pittman been damn safe all year long.
Yep.
Jacobs
and Mostert don't have a ton of upside this week.
That worry me a little bit.
Which is my concern. So, I mean, here I probably try to offset it, and I probably go with Keaton Mitchell and just try to get all of the upside I possibly can because of that. But again,
because everything else is so safe, you want to go upside there with Mitchell?
Yeah, just because Jacob and Mostert don't have the best upside for me. Devontae Smith with Goedert back, what are we actually going to get? Michael Pittman's been super safe, but he hasn't been like the high ceiling guy either this year. This feels like more of a safe lineup. So if you're chasing points and you need to add a little upside to it, it's probably Keaton Mitchell for me. If the team you're playing sucks, then go with Jaden Reed.
Yeah, there you go. And tell him to suck it.
Matt Walters in a half PPR need 2 running backs and 1 flex from Keaton Mitchell, Singletary, Spears, Herbert, Dobbs, Taysom. 10-3 so far this year with y'all's help. Much appreciated. Thanks, fellas. Well, out of everybody here, one of my running backs is going to be Keaton Mitchell.
And we got to hit another one here. Out of Singletary, Spears, or Herbert.
I'd probably go with Singletary. I do not like the matchup against the Lions. I know the Lions' secondary has faltered a little bit as of recent, but they're still stopping the run very well. I'm probably going to go with Singletary and Mitchell here for the running backs. As far as the flex goes, I'm probably going to go with Dobbs. Taysom Hill, as far as I know, is still questionable.
He's still questionable to play. Yep. Now, he's somebody who's playing in the earlier slot. So if he is healthy, if Taysom Hill is a go tomorrow, I think I probably almost flex him over Dobbs because I think he gives you that safer floor due to the rushing upside. But if Taysom is out for whatever reason, then yeah, Dobbs would be where I go to the flex.
Yeah, he didn't practice yesterday either, so it's not looking great for Taysom Hill this week.
No.
808 all day. It is playoff time. Need help. Pick 3 running backs. Also, 1 point per rush attempt in this league. Javonte Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, CEH, Achane, and Breece Hall. I'm going Achane.
Yep.
I'm going Javonte Williams. Okay. And even with 1 point per attempt, James Cook could have more rushing attempts than what Jahmyr Gibbs would. I'm still going to go with Gibbs, though. Still going to go with Gibbs.
Yeah, I think Gibbs gets more of a touchdown chance than that of James Cook.
Mixter. Must win. Got Zeke. Wide receiver flex. D-Hop, Amari, Keaton, and London. So it says wide receiver / flex. I'm going to give 2 options here because I don't know if they're asking for 2 options. But they have Keaton Mitchell listed, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Keaton Mitchell out of this group would be my flex. Is DeAndre Hopkins going to be the wide receiver?
This week, I probably lean towards London going up against a banged-up Tampa Bay secondary.
Okay.
D-Hop, it's already a piss-poor pass offense, and then he gets Miami where he's probably going to see Jalen Ramsey. So I probably lean towards London.
Riggy with the $10 dono. Question for y'all. PPR upside. Question 1, Ridley if T-Law plays or misses versus Breece Hall. If T-Law plays, I would go Ridley over Breece Hall. If he misses, probably have to go Breece Hall, and I'm not a big fan of it.
Yep, I would have to agree.
Breece
Hall's not even 100%.
He does say he wants all upside, though. Maybe you risk it with Ridley no matter what.
And just hope that you get one big play.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for only upside, I'm probably playing Ridley no matter what.
Yep.
And I'm not a super huge fan of that. Question 2, start 1 running back and 1 flex from Waddle, Cook, McKinnon. Upside, it's Waddle and McKinnon here.
Yep, and that's where I would go.
Question 3, start 2 from Debo, Gibbs, and Ford, or Kenneth Walker if he plays. I don't know if I'm betting on Kenneth Walker to have a huge day if he plays. Coming back from that oblique, I feel like they probably tried to take it a little bit easier with him.
And he gets San Francisco.
I'm going to go with Debo and Gibbs here.
Yep, that's where I'm going as well.
Zoot Noob.
We're gonna run with it.
We're gonna say the P is silent. Drop Miles Sanders for Josh Kelly or Samaje Perine. If you don't have Chuba Hubbard, I'm okay dropping Miles Sanders. If it's a PPR league, I'm gonna lean towards Samaje Perine instead. I'm not buying the Josh Kelly getting a ton of touches talk from the Chargers.
And even if he does get more touches, they don't do anything with him anyway.
Right. I think it's Staley's way of trying to get Austin Eckler motivated, even though it's not Austin Eckler's fault. It's Staley doesn't know what the world he's doing.
Yeah.
So I probably go Samaje Perine there.
Yep.
Dustin Kane, what up, guys? ETN, Gus Edwards, Ridley, or Komet at the flex. I'm still going to go with Travis Etienne.
I am too.
Number 3 running back in all of fantasy football this year. I know he's been a little bit banged up. I know he hasn't had some of the greatest matchups as of recent. I'm still going to go with him, though, because of his nose for the end zone and the fact that if there's no Trevor Lawrence, he's probably going to get 20 to 25 touches this week.
Yep. You have to think so.
David V34 with the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, David. Need help at the wide receiver 2 spot in a full PPR. Zay Flowers or Sutton?
Dude.
Am I wrong to think that Sutton is probably pretty close to being the answer here?
No, because I have Cortland Sutton as my wide receiver 13 overall this week.
And I'm assuming Zay Flowers is not 12 or 11 or 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5 or 4 or 3 or 2.
Zay Flowers is not in my top 30.
30. You said 3-0, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's Cortland Sutton.
Eduardo Trujillo becoming a member for the 26th month. Eduardo, appreciate you. What up, guys? Do I trust A.J. Dillon for Monday or throw in Gus Edwards tomorrow?
Trust is a hard word, Eduardo.
I'd probably go Gus Edwards.
I probably do as well.
He's still getting the red zone looks.
Yep. And if for some reason by the grace of a fantasy god, Aaron Jones does play, A.J. Dillon's value goes down even more than it has. So, yeah.
The dough, absolutely we do.
Yeah.
We do. Don't worry.
Unfortunately, you wasted your breath on a non-question.
Yeah. And we are going to be here until 10:30 and answer hundreds of questions.
Yep.
But because people do pay for Super Chats, we have to try and get those decently caught up so then we don't spend the entire time reading them because we can't stay caught up with them. So that's what it is. Josiah Parr with the 20 bomb. Rate and set his lineup in a full PPR: 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. He's 10-3. First seed bye with a win. So first up, are we going Purdy or T-Law? Probably
That's
Purdy, no matter what.
Yep, 100%.
CMC, absolutely.
Yep.
Achan, White, and Gus the Bus. I think I have White over Achan. No, I have Devon Chan.
I think we may end up starting both of them anyway here pretty soon.
Right. So I'm going to go Chan there. White probably going to be the flex.
Yep.
2 wide receivers from Evans.
Yep, got to be Evans.
Ayuk.
Okay.
Cup.
Yep.
Nico.
Yep.
Devontae.
Yep.
And Flowers.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say with this. Ayuk is my highest one with Evans. But if you go Ayuk, you got a lot of eggs in one basket because you got the triple stack in San Francisco with Purdy, CMC, and Ayuk. There are maybe 3 or 4 teams I would ever do this with. San Francisco is one of them. I'm going Evans and Ayuk, but you got to know going in, there's a lot of risk where if San Francisco underperforms for any reason, you may be in trouble. I'm taking that risk, though.
And then at the tight end position, Kincaid or Hill. Going to be Kincaid since it doesn't look like Hill's going to play anyway. Ravens D. Hopkins is his kicker. Good luck in the playoffs, Headliner Nation. Josiah, I think we just set your lineup, baby.
Yep.
I think that's what
it's an overall sweet lineup. I mean, I love the San Francisco 49ers this week.
And just because the dough got his feelings hurt, let's go to the chat. Matthew Simon, start 1, Devontae Smith, Puka Nacua, Kenneth Walker, Noah Brown, Jerick McKinnon. Altered scoring, 2 points per receptions, 0.5 yards or 0.5 points per carry. Start 1. Devontae Smith, Puka Nakua, Kenneth Walker, and Noah Brown or Jerick McKinnon. Am I crazy to say Jerick McKinnon there because we could get 2 points per reception and half a point per carry from him?
I mean, I kind of like that.
Let's go, baby. That's
kind
there.
of what I'm thinking.
Ryan Truong in a half PPR, 1 flex from Downs, CEH, Alex M. Alexander Madison.
Okay.
Foreman or Higgins. It's probably going to be... What do we think about Higgins here for upside Downs if you want to play it safe?
Yeah, I mean, the part that worries me about Josh Downs is I have loved him for 2 weeks, and he has straight up kicked me in my sack. But he's getting crazy volume. He's not doing it. So many targets. But now all of a sudden, Alec Pierce is getting the big plays down the field, and that's the part that pisses me off. I love Downs still, though. I mean, yeah, if it's me, I probably lean towards Higgins. Downs if you want to be a little bit safer.
Samran, Adnan, Adam Thielen, or CEH this week?
It should be Adam Thielen, but Carolina has forgotten that he exists on their roster.
Carolina forgot they exist as an organization.
That's probably exactly true as well. I mean, I'm probably still leaning towards Adam Thielen and just hoping for more targets, but if you want to play it safer, CEH probably has a safer floor than that of Thielen, who only has like 27 total yards over his last 2 games combined. Sickening.
Ronnie Santana. I'm me, a Pacheco owner. Pick one from CEH, Gus, McKinnon, and Keaton Mitchell. I'd probably go Keaton Mitchell here if you want to play it with a little bit more upside. Jerick McKinnon if you want to be a little bit more safe with it if it's a PPR league.
Yep.
Elmer Sanchez, need to win. We're both 6 and 7. Full PPR. Quarterback Minshew or Browning.
Crazy that I even have to look, but they're probably pretty close. I have Minshew 2 spots higher than Browning this week.
And then Kyron Moss or Bijan, 2 running backs. He's going to end up asking for a flex as well. You're going to play all 3 of those guys.
Yep.
And then 2 wide receivers from Higgins, DK, Olave, and Hollywood. Definitely Olave.
Yep.
Who's going to be the second one?
I'm going with the second one. I'm going to go with... We don't know about Geno. If Geno plays, it's DK. If Geno doesn't, it's got to be Higgins. And hopefully we find it out early in the morning so you can make that decision.
Aaron R. said, love you guys. Don't need anything. Just want to say I appreciate you both. Aaron, we appreciate you. Ezekiel Green wants to know London or Ridley this week. Is it going to be London to play it safe?
I think so. I like the matchup against Tampa Bay.
Ricky with the 10 spot. Questions for you all. All PPR. Question 1. Start 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and 1 flex from Pittman, DJ Moore, Javonte Williams, ETN, Gibbs, Breece Hall, and McKinnon. Well, ETN and Gibbs are both going to find their way into my lineup, and Pittman is probably my wide receiver.
Which sucks because I hate to absolutely sit DJ Moore.
If you want more upside, then you can go probably DJ Moore over ETN at that point.
I think he has more upside. I would agree.
Question 2, start 2 from Debo, Gibbs, Ford, Kenneth Walker if he plays. Probably Debo and Gibbs here for me.
Yep, I agree.
Little Hobbits wants to know, are we going Rashee Rice or Brandon Cooks? Probably Brandon Cooks this week for sure over Rashee Rice.
I mean, I want it to be Rashee Rice, but can we really trust an offense in Kansas City that just can't seem to make up their mind? It has been back-to-back weeks for Rashee Rice getting 9+ targets. First time that's happened all year long. So hopefully the tides are turning. He can kind of be someone we count on weekly rest of season, but this week, Cook's probably slightly safer.
Caleb wants to know Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts.
I got Dak 1 spot higher than Jalen Hurts.
Boom, there it is. Dog's Breakfast becoming a member for the 22nd month. Jake's wife is a real one for letting him do this. In a full PPR, need 1 running back and 2 flex from Singletary, Swift, Ridley, Noah Brown, and Flowers. Much appreciation, gents. For the running back here, I'm still going Swift over Singletary.
Yep.
And then for the 2 flex spots,
a lot of risk. But I'm going Flowers, Noah Brown is questionable to play. As long as Noah Brown plays, I think he has a potential for huge upside, but also the potential for some bad weather to check it in the morning. I think if you want to lock it in now because you can't check it in the morning, you go Ridley Flowers. If you're able to check it first thing in the morning, then Noah Brown becomes somebody that I consider over Ridley if the weather is good and he's healthy.
Josh Pack, welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation today.
What up, Josh?
Ricky, Kyle, I have a tight end and guillotine ticket open. Need the tight end whisperer. I'll definitely get to you here at some point this evening. Big Beard all year wants to know Dallas Goedert or Cole Kmet. I'm gonna go Cole Kmet there.
Yep.
Kareem Hines wants to know Cooper or Nico Collins.
God, I want to start Nico every possible chance I get, but Cooper has such a great matchup going up against a Jacksonville secondary that can't stop anyone. I probably lean towards Amari Cooper.
Looks like Jaden Davis has won the Heisman tonight. Definitely deserving of that. Huge season from him.
Did he really? Did they announced it already?
That's what someone just said. But Jerome could also be lying to me. Jerome, you better not be lying.
Jerome, are you lying?
TC7786, do I need to change anything? In a full PPR, Purdy, Kamara and Barkley, Pittman and Debo, Kittle, flexing Mixon with Goff, Ridley, Davis, and Reed, fourth in the playoffs, win, and he's in third. I'm rolling with that right there.
I'm not changing a damn thing.
Boom.
Not one damn thing.
Garrett Goodenough. Rank these three in Eckler, Olave, Puka for my flex. I'm going Olave number one.
Yep.
If this is a PPR league, I'll go Puka then Eckler. If it's half, I'll go Puka then Eckler. If it's standard, I'll go Eckler then Puka.
I can't really disagree with that.
Daniels did win. Okay. Oh, Jaden Daniels. Wait, what did I call him? Did I say Jaden Davis?
I don't know what you said.
I think that's because there's a kid committed to Michigan with a similar name. It's Jaden Daniels. My bad. I did mess that up. Kent Dykesel. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner. Nate, wait a second.
He's been around forever.
I was going to say, I don't know if it just re-upped or what happened there. That's weird. Normally it says it's re-upped. Ricky, question for y'all. PPR upside. Question 1, flex Zay Jones. If T-Law plays or misses, do you go with Higgins, Downs, JSN, or Keaton Mitchell? Also have Kenneth Walker if he suits up. Is he the guy to start? Out of all of these guys here, even if Trevor Lawrence plays, I'm still going to go Keaton Mitchell if you want upside.
That's the upside. That's the upside answer for sure.
Yep. iShine 101. Need one for the flex in a 10-man full PPR league. Godwin, CEH, Aaron Jones, Downs, Njoku, or Likely. Thanks, fellas.
Only one for the flex. I mean, I would love for just it to be Aaron Jones, but we're not going to know about it till Monday. And that's not going to help you because I don't think you have anyone else on this list. I'm checking that plays Monday. No, you don't. So if it's me, I think if you want to play it safer, safe floor, Godwin. If you're looking for a little bit higher upside than you want to gamble, then it's Josh Downs.
Nude Man, Danga, love y'all headliners, and a half PPR. Did you, what?
Nude Man?
Nude, NOODMAN.
Oh, I know what it is, yeah. But nude, get it? Yeah, I was like, never mind. I was caught off guard.
No, I did, but I thought maybe I said something weird. Love y'all headliners. Actually, I thought maybe I cut you off like I normally do. Half PPR, choose one running back and 2 flex. From Kenneth Walker, Zay Flowers, JSN, Amari Cooper, Noah Brown, Jerick McKinnon, win and in. My running back here is going to be Jerick McKinnon. Oh, forehead kisses too. Forehead kisses. My running back is going to be Jerick McKinnon. I don't know if I trust Kenneth Walker to be fully healthy this week.
I don't. And
so I'm going to go Jerick McKinnon at running back.
Okay.
For the 2 flex spots, if Kenneth Walker plays, I probably put him in the flex and play it safe and probably go, here's going to be my safe play. McKinnon, JSN, and Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker. My high upside will be Jerick McKinnon, Flowers, and Noah Brown.
And if you're looking for something right there in the middle, Amari Cooper over Noah Brown.
Nailed it.
There you go.
Jeff sent a $2 donation. Appreciate you, Jeff. Houdini Weenie and a half PPR, one flex.
Always fun to say.
From Madison Hall, CEH, Noah Brown, and Elijah Moore. Madison probably going to be your safest bet. Noah Brown is going to have your highest upside here.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to go, I think I put Madison over Brees Hall. I did put Madison over Brees Hall this week.
Things have gotten bad for Brees.
I didn't think I would say those words this year. Ricky, quick question for y'all. PPR upside. Only start one running back, one wide receiver, and one flex. ETN, Gibbs, James Cook, Olave. If Carr or Winston is quarterback, Carr is playing. His injury designation has been removed. He will play tomorrow, so we don't even need to worry about that. McKinnon, Zay Jones, Zay Flowers. So we need one running back, one flex. My running back is going to be Gibbs. My wide receiver is going to be Olave. My flex is going to be ETN if you want to play it safe. McKinnon if you want more upside.
Yep.
Chai Colon.
There's another one there too. Start one out of Waddle,
Question
McKinnon,
2,
or Henry.
start one out of Waddle, McKinnon. I didn't miss it. I was testing you to make sure you were paying attention.
I'm always paying attention.
Question 2, start one, Waddle, McKinnon, or Derrick Henry. If it's full PPR, it looks like it is.
I'm going Waddle still. I'm not sitting him.
Upside, I would say it's probably Waddle too.
I'm not sitting Jalen Waddle right now.
Chai Collin, fellas, Stroud or Browning? I'm still going to go Stroud over Browning.
Yeah, so am I.
I don't think there's any way that I could sit.
No. And then if it backfires, I would hate myself. Rookie of the year,
potential MVP candidate, CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And then Ingram or Kincaid. I have Ingram higher this week, I'm pretty sure.
It would make sense because
I'm a darn liar.
You're a liar?
I'm a liar. No, I'm not. I've got Ingram at 8.
Perfect.
I thought I was lying for a second.
But you didn't.
Let's go back to the chat. Parsonator wants to know Dobbs or Herbert. I'm assuming Khalil. Probably Dobbs for me.
Yeah, I'm going Dobbs as well. Hoping for the touchdown.
Che Kim says, love you guys. Back-to-back years I made the playoffs thanks to your guys' hard work. Headliner Nation, I'm going to bring home a trophy. Che, get it, baby. Yes. Scott wants to know, are we going to go with Reed, Higgins, or Hubbard in a full PPR?
If it's my team, I'm probably leaning towards Jaden Reed.
Marinda, nicely. Greetings from WV. I'm guessing West Virginia.
It's got to be. It's the only WV I know of.
I need help with one of my... You just never know. We get people who say greetings, but then they're from somewhere other than America, and I just want to make sure that I'm acknowledging maybe it's not West Virginia, so I don't look like I don't know what I'm talking about. I need help with one of my wide receivers in a full PPR. Thielen, Reed, Myers, or Brown. Also tight end Ferguson or Goddard. Thanks, guys. I'm going Ferguson over Goddard.
The one wide receiver in a full PPR.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate the Carolina Panthers. I hate them for ruining Adam Thielen. Very much so, because this should be super easy. I think if you want to play it a little bit safer, you go Jacoby Myers. You want to gamble for a slightly higher upside, then you go Jaden Reed.
Boom. Nailed it. Riggy. Question for y'all. All upside. Start 2 in a full PPR. JSN, Downs, Addison, Kenneth Walker if he plays. Start 2, full PPR. Ooh.
Damn it.
Upside for me is Downs and Addison.
It's almost like they are all going to score you 14 or 4. Like there's no safety really here for anyone. So yeah, Downs and Addison, and just hopes that there's some big plays.
Question 2, this is a standard league. Start 2 from Otten, Parker, Washington, Kadarius Toney. If Amari Cooper plays, only need to start 1.
And Cooper's going to play, it sounds like.
So Amari Cooper will definitely be 1. Parker, Washington, I'll risk it for the biscuit and go with him and just see what we can find there.
Oh, only because I don't like the other 2 options. Like, I'm not all aboard the Parker, Washington bandwagon.
Yeah.
But given the other options, yeah, I'll take a shot.
Peter Pro wants to know Geno or Browning, please. I'm probably going to go Browning over Geno with what we currently know.
Yep.
E-Man wants to know Jacobs, JJ, or Olave in a full PPR. I don't think we're sitting JJ first game back.
Can't. I mean, what's the purpose of holding on to him all year long if we're not going to play him when he comes back?
Hold on a second. I got to scroll back up here.
We're at Diamond Cojones.
There we go. Found it. I'm second in a half PPR starting Kamara, Barkley, Diggs, Pittman. Was going to flex Pacheco, but picked up McKinnon so opponent couldn't. Flex Hall, Puka, or McKinnon. I'll go with Jerick McKinnon there.
I think McKinnon gives you the safer option. The higher gamble would probably be Puka, but I have no issues with McKinnon.
Kalafa, Kingston becoming a member for the 31st month. Kalafa just posted in Discord he hit a Devontae Adams downtown out of a Donner blaster a little bit ago. So Kalafa,
I got to go take a look at it.
Sweet freaking pull, man. What up, Jake and Kyle? Appreciate all you guys do. No days off, gentlemen. Stay blessed. Appreciate you, Kalafa. You as well. Jake, you ready to rifle through a few of these?
Yes.
I'll read them.
I'm looking at
the answers.
I was trying to. Oh, there it is. I like it. That's a sweet one right there, Kalafa. All right, hit me with it, Kyle. Hit me.
Cordarius Kidd. Need a flex between Downs, JSN, or Calvin Ridley.
Right now, out of those options, if you want the safest floor, it's JSN. If you want to gamble, it's Calvin Ridley.
Need the game in sixth place. My starters are Hurts, Hill. Wait, that's got to be Tyreek Hill. Michael Pittman, Gibbs, Ford, and Ferguson in a regular league. I'm assuming he means standard, but
I'm still going Ridley with that's a solid lineup right there.
Ricky, question 1.5 PPR start 2 running back: Sanders, Madison, Chandler, and Josh Kelly.
Man, I don't love it. But I'm going with Madison and Kelly.
Question 2, starting 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and 1 flex from Olave, Nico Collins, ETN, Ford, McKinnon, and Walker.
All right, for my 1 wide receiver, it's still going to be Olave. For my 1 running back, it's going to be Travis Etienne. And then for the flex, I'm going with Jerome Ford.
Ezekiel Green wants to know Edwards or Mostert. I still have Mostert a little bit higher.
Yep.
Jay Crossfade, hey fellas, asking for my cousin in a standard league, Gus Bus or Breece Hall.
How far Breece has fallen.
And since it's a standard league,
I kind of lean towards Gus.
I'd probably go Gus Edwards in a standard league.
And just hope for a couple goal line opportunities.
Yeah, because I've only got him 2 spots behind him in a half PPR ranking. So,
yep.
Kent Dykeskull, if I lose this week, I'm not likely to make the playoffs. I'm projected to lose 2 running backs, 2 flex. Henry, Madison, James Cook, Ridley, Hubbard, Gainwell, McKinnon, and CH. Also Goddard or Kincaid. I'm going Kincaid over Goddard.
Yep. And for the 2 running backs, I'm going
Henry and McKinnon.
I'm going Henry and McKinnon. And then my 2 flex plays are going to be
James Cook and Madison.
Yep, I know James Cook was one of them. I think Madison if you want to play it a little bit safer, but Ridley if you want the higher upside.
Yeah. John the Drummer becoming a member for the 14th month. Hey, 13-0, number 1 seed, Allen, Bijan, Achan, Hill, Keenan Allen, Laporta, Gibbs, Ravens defense, and Aubrey. Bench, Kenneth Walker, T-Law, Puka, Kincaid, Rice, Elliott, and Addison. Wow. I like the lineup that you've got right there. I'm not changing anything.
And obviously, it's damn working. You're 13-0.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anybody else out there 13-0? Anybody in the chat?
Anyone undefeated this season?
Yeah, besides John?
Raise your hand if you're going to the playoffs as well. Raise your hand if you're going to the playoffs, and you already know that. I Shine 101, 8-man super flex. What 3 wide receivers should I start? Full PPR. Puka, Ridley, Godwin, Ayuk, and Thielen. One's going to be Ayuk.
Yep. One's going to be Puka in a full PPR.
One's going to be Puka. Okay.
And then if it's my team, I'm probably going to gamble and go with Ridley as the 3rd option.
Eric Zapata with the 20 pesos. Flex Reed Downs, and then tight end Jordan or Njoku. I'm still going to go Njoku over Jordan, even though we know Schultz is out.
Yep.
And then are we going Reed or Downs?
I'm going with Reed. Give me Jaden Reed.
Boom. David Lopez wants to know 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. Etienne, Eckler, Barkley, Kamara. We're going Barkley and Kamara for our running backs.
Okay.
Chase, Olave, Pittman, and Devontae Adams. Are we going Chase and Olave at the wide receiver position?
Man, that's the case. We only get 1 flex, and that means we wouldn't have Michael Pittman or Devontae Adams be an option. Because then we also be sitting either Etienne or Eckler as well.
I'd be fine if we want a little bit more upside with those other guys there.
So what, you want to go Barkley, Kamara, Chase, Olave, and then my next highest one would be Pittman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Brandon Hendershot just dropping a plug for Headliner Breaks. Kyle pulled some absolute fire today. Don't sleep on it. Thanks for everything, fellas. Did. Pulled a Christian McCaffrey patch card. Pulled a dual patch card of Deebo Samuel and Jerry Rice. Pulled some really nice Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud. Everybody.
Love it.
We're on fire today. Ricky, all PPR question for y'all. Question 1, start 1 running backs and 1 flex for Montgomery, Eckler, and Olave, or Noah Brown. I'm going Montgomery and Olave there.
Yep, that's where I'm going as well.
Robert. Is that Robert Estabrooks?
It's got to be. Robert Estabrooks.
Robert Tessa? I was going to say. I was trying to make sure that I wasn't saying that incorrectly. So.
Right.
All right, full PPR. I already had Zeke play on Thursday. I have Gibbs, Breece Hall, Aaron Jones, and A.J. Dillon. Right now, I have Gibbs in my other RB spot and have Aaron Jones in my flex. Your thoughts? I'm fine with that. And then if Aaron Jones doesn't play, you just drop A.J. Dillon in.
Yep.
So I absolutely love that. Ray Rivas, full PPR, need 2 running backs and a flex from Etienne, Bijan, Eckler, and Breece Hall. Etienne, Bijan, and Eckler are my 3 highest rank there.
Yep, I agree.
Robert L. Jones. Hi, Headliner Generals. Pick 3 running backs. Pick 3 for my wide receiver, running back, and flex from Swift, Chuba Hubbard, Thielen, Downs, Zay Jones, Mingo, and Reed. Saw the videos, but I need that chip. Thanks, guys. For the wide receiver, I'm going to go Jaden Reed.
Yeah. Yes, Jaden. Is there just one that we're picking?
Yes. One wide receiver, yes.
Yes, Jaden Reed would be my one choice.
And Swift would be my highest ranked running back.
And then we need a flex.
Are we going Chuba, Thielen, Downs, Zay Jones, or Mingo?
I think if we want the safest floor, it's Chuba. If we want to gamble for a higher upside, then it's Downs.
Mixed by Hurst wants to know Adams, Reed, or McKinnon in his flex. Oh, it's Robert Estabrooks.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what you said.
I was wondering if it was like your middle name, like if Esta was like your middle name maybe, and then Brooks, or okay, that's fine. But anyway.
I hear. What was that question again? I don't know where you read it from.
That's a great question. I don't remember. It was in the normal chat. I got to find it.
You find it, because I
can't find it. We're going to move on. We'll try. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. Wait, we just did it. Robert Jones, right? Yes.
Yes, we did that one, yes.
All right, we'll have to try and find them again in a minute. Luis Alvarado, full PPR, start 1 running back and 1 wide receiver from Etienne, Javonte Williams, Kupp, Olave, and Kyle. It's
Luis,
not Lewis. Didn't I just say Luis?
I think you got it right this time, but maybe you've gotten it wrong in the past.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Anyway, but at least I got it right this time.
That's right.
Javonte Williams is my running back, and Olave is my wide receiver.
Can't really argue with you.
Boom. Fear Boner, full PPR, Josh Downs or Noah Brown. Noah Brown if you want more upside.
Yeah, I mean, if it's me, I'm gambling. I'm going Noah Brown. And as long as everything comes out, is he the afternoon? I think he's a 1:00 game, so we should know before kickoff of any games.
Steven Kodo, pick 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, and a flex. So for the wide receivers, we got to pick from Chase, Nico, DK, and Reed.
Hang on, I'm trying to find where you're at here. Let's see. 2 wide receivers. I'm going with Chase as one of them. And at this point, I'm going to gamble and go with Nico as the second.
And then Pollard.
Yep, 2 running backs.
Pollard, Swift, and Henry. I've got Henry and Pollard as my highest ranked.
Yep. And then we got a flex between the rest of the ones that are available.
I mean, I'm fine using Reed at that point.
It would probably be Jaden Reed. Yep.
And then Brevin Jordan or Njoku, or drop Jordan for Kraft. I wouldn't pick up Kraft. I'm not worried about it, but I would go Njoku over Brevin Jordan.
Yep.
K. Scott, first time in 15 years I'm not making the playoffs. Holy cow. I'm playing spoiler and just want to give a donation. Headliners for life. Forehead kisses. K. Scott, appreciate you. Thanks so much. Sorry you're missing the playoffs this year. Get on Underdog and run some Underdog slips with us throughout the playoffs, though.
Yeah,
You'll have
there you
something
go.
to do.
Yep.
Logan, Dubs. Win and I'm in. 12-team non-PPR. 1. If T-Law does play, start him or Dobbs, or pick up Browning or Minshew off waivers.
Right now, I have Dobbs ranked the highest out of all of them without knowing about Trevor Lawrence. As of right now, I'm leaning Dobbs.
And then bench 1 from Collins, Adams, and Sutton.
Damn it. The worst matchup with some weather concerns is Nico Collins, so it'd probably be him that I have to sit, which I hate.
Benny wants to know, and a full PPR, Singletary, CEH, or McKinnon.
I'm going McKinnon.
Jay Shika, need a safe play from Puka, Noah Brown, or McKinnon.
Safest is probably McKinnon, but a good mixture that I still don't mind would probably be Puka.
I Shine 101. What 3 should I start in this half-point PPR league? 1 flex, 2 running backs from Gibbs, Mostert, Monty, CEH, Herbert, and Sutton. Thanks, guys. I'm playing Monty for sure.
Yep.
I would also have Gibbs ranked over Mostert this week. So if you want to play him over Mostert, I'm fine with playing both of those guys. They have shown that they can run together. If you want to play it safe, put Mostert in the flex. If you want more upside, put Sutton in the flex.
I don't disagree.
Nuisance, becoming a member for the 5th month and a full PPR. Pick 1, please and thank you. Bijan, Rashid Rice, Zay Flowers, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Headliner Nation. I'm 10-3 in full PPR because of you. You can't really be that because of us because we never set your lineup, but we appreciate that we've been able to help assist you in obtaining that record.
That's right.
I gotta go Bijan here.
I still have to go Bijan. Yep. I can't sit him here this week.
Zoot Noob, Quentin Johnston, Jalen Hyatt, or Alec Pierce in a full PPR. I want to give Jalen Hyatt a go after his big week a couple weeks
I've been talking
ago.
about Jalen Hyatt since the draft. They're just now finally starting to throw him the ball a little bit more. It is easier to run on Green Bay than it is to throw on them. I think if you just want to put it all on the table, it's Jalen Hyatt. Maybe you want to play it slightly safer, it's Alec Pierce.
The Codfather wants to know Moss or Eckler. I've got Moss higher this week. Abraham Garcia, CEH and McKinnon, or Keaton Mitchell in a full PPR. Your highest upside will probably be Keaton Mitchell, but I, in a full PPR, will still go towards McKinnon there if you got to play it a little bit more safe. Joe German, becoming a member for the 6th month. Half PPR, Dobbs or Odell?
I'm probably going to lean Dobbs. Better matchup.
And then Kincaid or Knox, I have Kincaid higher. I'm pissed my opponent has Keenan Allen and Shannon Jacobs. I have Chase, Kamara, and Kyron. I wouldn't count yourself out.
Not at all.
Not
at all.
Jeff, need a 1 wide receiver and a flex and a half PPR. Nico, Elijah Moore, Addison, Breece Hall, or the Doobs?
A lot of boomer bust there anyway. Not a whole lot of safety. So for the wide receiver, I'm rolling with Nico once again. And then at flex, I think if you want to play it, the next safest option would be Dobbs. So we'd go Nico and Dobbs. If you want to gamble a little bit more, it's Nico and Addison.
Shorty in a full PPR. Should I start Kmet or Goddard? I've got Kmet higher this week.
Yep.
My opponent's quarterback is Justin Fields, and mine is Jalen Hurts. Also, is Jaden Reed a solid flex since Wilson is out or Watson is out?
100%.
I would say he's solid. I wouldn't say he's super safe, but I would say he's solid.
Yep.
And then I'm still going Kmet over Goddard. I am partially worried that Goddard is just going to be out there for the sake of trying to help open the passing game that has caused them some issues since he went down with his injury.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan M, pick 2, please, in a half PPR. Monty, Gibbs, McKinnon, and Madison. I'm still good going Monty and Gibbs there.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Jay, if we haven't answered your super chat yet, it's because we haven't gotten to it yet.
Yep.
But we did because I remember your name.
I don't remember the question.
Jay Shika.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I know we answered it, but I don't remember what it was. And if I go up, I'm going to lose my spot, so I'm not going to go all the way up. And I already lost my spot. So hold on. Let me go back to my spot real quick. Shorty in a full PPR. Should I start Cole Kmet? I already did that one. That's right.
Yep.
Adam Walker. Evening, Jake and Kyle. I need one wide receiver and a flex. Noah Brown, Henry, Godwin, Higgins, Eckler, and more. Henry's probably going to be our flex.
Yep.
Who's going to be our wide receiver?
Noah Brown, Godwin, Higgins. If you want to play it somewhat safer, we go Higgins. If you want to gamble more, it's Noah Brown as long as he's a full go there in the morning.
And then Love or Stroud this week.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one. And I got Jordan Love 2 spots higher.
There you go, Adam. Appreciate you being a member and the donation. Patrick Maher becoming a member for the 3rd month. Full PPR. Who we flexing, boys? Gus Bus, Flowers, Noah Brown, Higgins, or Kareem Hunt. Much love. Forehead kisses. For me, I'm going Noah Brown there if you want more upside. Gus Bus if you want to play it safer.
Yep.
Robert Estabrooks with another $2 donation. Appreciate you, Robert. Red Hulk, tight end stream in a PPR league. Likely, Oko, Conklin, Otten, or Everett. PPR league, I probably go Likely there. And maybe he gets a few dump offs with the way the weather could end up being.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Chris Dressels. Nope. Dresseris. It's Dressaris.
It's one of those. We're hovering all around it though. We got to be close.
And Chris says, first time seeing y'all. Chris, welcome in. Sorry we screwed up your name right off
We tried
the bat.
though, Chris.
But since this is your first time being here, just know we screw everybody's name up. So the chat will tell you.
Yeah. And feel free to correct us in the chat so we know how to say it in future reference.
Yes. Half PPR pick 2, assuming Geno is out. DK, Ford, Madison, McKinnon, and Jacoby Myers.
Assuming Geno is out, I'm going with... Oh, man. Ford's got a horrible matchup as well. I'm probably leaning towards McKinnon and Jacoby Myers if we're assuming that Geno is out.
Dressris.
You know what, Kyle? We thought we had it, but we were way off. Because that was not one of our choices. Kyle, we failed.
Anna, I got your name right on the first try. I remember it, and I'm going to argue this with you until the day we are both gone from this earth. I got your name right.
And didn't we have this conversation about how I got it right, too?
Yes.
So, yeah. Anyway, back to Chris. Dressris. I think I got it locked in the vault. All right, so I went McKinnon, Myers. Also, Lamar, Love, or Herbert. I have Lamar Jackson still as the highest rated one on the list right there.
Anakin wants to know, evening boys, McKinnon or CEH? We're going McKinnon there.
Yep.
I got room to start both, but at the cost of benching Rice in a half PPR. I'm probably still playing Rice.
Yep. I have a video of you messing it up, and you mispronounced.
I don't believe it
as well. But I was right.
I don't believe it. Santino. I got Zeke. Need a flex to help me win. Flowers, CEH, Addison, or Walker. Probably going to go with Addison there.
If you have to chase that upside and just hope you get a big touchdown.
Briz, what's good, fam? Laporta or Hawkinson? I've got Hawkinson at tight end 1 this week.
That sucks to have to sit Laporta, though.
But he's got Henry, DK, or Addison for the flex. I would play Laporta over all 3 of those guys.
I would probably agree with that. I would flex my tight end in this
Briz,
situation.
can you flex your tight end there? Because I would flex him. Yep. Cappy wants to know Rashad White or Devontae Smith. I'm going Rashad White there, even though people think I hate him.
Because people don't listen.
Ray Revis, full PPR, 2 running backs and a flex. ETN, Bijan, Eckler, and Hall. So we only have to pick 3. I thought we answered this one because it's everybody not named Hall there.
Hall, yep.
No, he can't. He has to pick Henry, DK, or Addison. I'll go Henry then.
Yep, that's where I would go as well.
Keith Archer, need a wide receiver. Since I lost Christian Watson and Christian Kirk, I need to start either Parker Washington or Justin Watson. Also, Mostert or ETN in a full PPR. I do have ETN over Mostert this week still.
Man, Parker Washington or Justin Watson? At this point, give me the guy who at least we know who the quarterback is going to be, and give me Justin Watson with Patrick Mahomes.
Tone Bone got the first round bye. Just want the win for bragging rights.
Heck
With
yeah.
that said, in a full PPR, start Geno T-Law or the Bake Show.
I think you're probably going to have to go the Bake Show this week.
Also,
And because you're already in, it doesn't matter. I'm at least starting the guy that I know is healthy going into the game.
And then also need a last flex spot from Nico Collins or Singletary. I'm probably going to go Collins there.
Yep, me too.
I shine 101.5 point PPR league, 12 man. I need 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and a flex. Pick 3 from Downs, Singletary, Godwin, Njoku, CEH, Aaron Jones, and Ridley. I shine. I probably don't pick any of them and just take the loss.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, if it's my team, I'm going with Ridley. I'm going with. You almost can't go with Aaron Jones because you have nobody else playing on Monday that you could sub in if you had to.
Yeah.
So you basically got to go CEH, Ridley, CEH, and then you're gonna be chasing some upside. So I'll be going with Downs as the last option.
David Hathaway wants to know, Kyle, does Michigan win the Natty? I'm not going to jinx with any type of an answer. The only thing I'm going to say is that I look forward to watching them play and that they have a very tough road ahead of them. Also, since I haven't shaved since they beat Ohio State, I'm not going to shave until they either win the national championship or they lose. I have a rough 3 weeks ahead of me. At least.
Anna sent a picture, but I can't open it.
It's probably a video, not a picture.
Well, it won't open anything. But it's a video clip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to ignore her personally.
Mine won't play.
Bradley Davis, if the weather is too bad, do you still start Lamar or should I pick up Love?
I mean, if you want a safer floor, Love is it. I mean, Love has been playing great football. He's got a great matchup going against the Giants. If you'd rather just play it safe, I have no issues with Jordan Love. I still have him as my quarterback 9 this week.
And if the weather is bad, do you still... Oh, I'm sorry. Same for Flowers, though. If the weather is bad, same for Flowers. Godwin and Jameson Williams on the bench. I'm not playing Jameson Williams. So Godwin or Flowers.
I think I'm still gambling on Flowers. And that way, if you really do want to play it safer, you don't have to go with 2 guys in the bad weather game. Potentially, you can go with Love and Flowers.
Sebster, Dobbs, Ridley, or Singletary in a PPR league?
I think Dobbs is probably the safest option. If it's me, I'm gambling. I'm going Ridley.
Evan Griffins, we're going Jerick McKinnon over CEH for sure. And then Abdullah wants to know Higgins or Dobbs in a full PPR.
I probably still lean Dobbs by a hair.
Joe Lopez becoming a member for the 27th month, 11-2 in a 12-man PPR league. Need 2 running backs, 1 flex, and 1 tight end. Kyron, Achan, Gibbs, Montgomery, and Bijan. Jeez Louise. It's Kyron, it's Achan, and it's Montgomery for the running backs in the flex spot.
Good Lord.
I'm not putting Puka or Ridley over any of those guys.
Nope. And then you want Ingram over Goddard?
And then Ingram over Goddard.
Holy amount of running backs right there. That is
Based on that and all the troubles there have been at running backs this year, he probably has every healthy running back in his league.
I mean, and he's
Not
literally
named
sitting
Christian
Jahmyr
McCaffrey.
Gibbs and Bijan.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Dustin Kane becoming a member for the 14th month. Have you seen the UFC Manscaped commercial? It's hilarious. My balls are hot. I've not seen it.
Is that clip, though, from the guy who... Wasn't there a fighter a while back? And they interviewed him after the fight. I don't remember who it was now. And he said, "Why'd you take your pants off?" And my balls was hot. That's what it's for. I haven't seen the commercial, though, but I remember that clip.
Bear Down Edits, welcome to Hole and Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Sapper wants to know London or Brees Hall in the flex in a half PPR.
I'm going with Drake London.
Sapper, we just did that. I Shine 101 and a 0.5 12 team PPR. We need to pick Njoku, Hunt, McKinnon, or CEH. Thanks, loves. I Shine. It's McKinnon for me.
Yep.
MEZ, Madison, Swift, Hall, Jay Reed, or Downs at the flex.
Sorry. What'd you say? I had to type something.
Madison, Swift, Hall, Jay Reed, or Downs at the flex.
If it's me, I'm going Jaden Reed.
Half PPR. Have Javonte and Achan at running back 1 and 2. Have St. Brown, Chase, and Garrett Wilson at wide receivers 1 through 3. Thank you very much. In third place, Roman Kissack. So good, I got to hit it twice in one night. Lamar's inconsistency over the season is worrisome. Lamar or Jordan Love, you guys rock. Thank you.
And we just kind of said this before to a couple questions above. I have Jordan Love only 2 spots lower. And that's really because we don't know about the weather for sure yet. I have no issues with playing it safe and going Jordan Love in a great matchup against the Giants. None whatsoever. If you'd rather just play it safe, it's a great option.
Let's get Junior's question answered here. I've seen his name quite a few times. Hey, guys, big fan of the channel. A must-win for me. I need some help on my running back position. I need 3 from Moss, Raheem, Brees Hall, Aaron Jones, Javonte Williams. Thanks, fellas. Give me Moss, give me Raheem, and give me Javonte Williams there.
Yep. I would agree.
Rye Guy McFly, 12-team full PPR, wide receiver 2. Who do I start from Garrett Wilson or Jaden Reed? Win, and I'm in.
I mean, I really have them super close. I think Garrett Wilson gives you a really super safe floor. I mean, he's going to go out there and get close to, 14 targets with Zach Wilson back, so I probably lean towards Garrett Wilson.
Bobo Beyond in a half PPR, pick 1 running back and 1 tight end. Chuba Hubbard and CEH. I'm going Hubbard over CEH.
Yep.
Likely or Goddard? I have Likely higher than Goddard still this week.
Yep.
Jay Shika. Is this his second one? Or is this the one?
This may be the one he was waiting for before.
I swore we answered a question.
He said we answered one in the regular chat.
Oh, that's probably why. Superflex 3. Flowers, Noah Brown, Aaron Jones, Singletary, CEH, McKinnon, or Roshan.
So we need 3 of these.
Pick up Winston if Carr is out and use him in the Superflex. Carr is playing tomorrow. His injury designation has already been removed. Yep. So I will put Carr in the Superflex. I'm assuming you have to pick 3 of the names above. So I'm going McKinnon is 1. Noah Brown is the other. Are we going Flowers with the other one then?
That's where I'm going.
Nailed it. Jeff Mullis with a $2 donation. Appreciate you. Lethal Jake in a full PPR. Goddard or Likely? I'm going Likely. Packers or Texans defense?
Packers or Texans? I got the Texans.
And start 2 from London, Godwin, Jay Reed, or CEH?
I'm going with Jaden Reed and Drake London in a full PPR.
Daniel wants to know Pittman or Montgomery for the flex. I'm going Montgomery there.
Yeah, got to flex the running back there.
Abraham wants to know Herbert or Minshew.
A lot closer than it probably should be, but I still have Justin Herbert 3 spots higher.
Lazor Bolton becoming a member for the 13th month, still riding the Z-Kai from Thursday Night Football, but I'm facing my win and in against the first seed team and need some help in a 10-team PPR. Flex 1 from CEH, Aaron Jones, Keaton Mitchell, James Cook, or Josh Downs. If you want upside, it's Keaton Mitchell. If you want to play it safe, it's James Cook.
Yep.
Larry Stutz needs 2 running backs from ETN, Mostert, and Henry, and then Tua or Fields. For the running back position, I do have Henry and ETN the highest there.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously hate sitting Mostert, but given the options, I don't disagree. And then quarterback, you said Tua or Fields?
Yes.
Tua, I have Tua 1, 2, 3, 4 spots higher than Fields.
Jeff Mullis in a half PPR, 4 points, pass, touchdown. Stroud, Flacco, or Ritter. Even with the weather, I've got to go Stroud there.
I still have to as well. I mean, the guys that know how to prove everybody wrong all year long, regardless of the matchup.
Just a second.
I also,
There we
real
go.
quick, only 262 likes in almost an hour and a half. What's going on with 262 likes in an hour and a half?
I think we've discussed this a couple of times. The likes this year on the live stream have been super disappointing.
Yeah, I just looked at it and I was like, that hasn't updated. But obviously, now it's at 283.
Yeah. Jeff Mullis just got yours. Mega Dr. Dre, Nico Collins, or McKinnon. Heard it's going to be very rainy in New Jersey. I think if you want to play it safe, McKinnon's a pretty good sub there.
Yeah.
Luis Alcantar in a full PPR, Ford or CEH. I'm still going to go Ford over CEH.
Yep, I would as well.
Daniel Penrod in a PPR league, CEH or Damian Pierce, and Noah Brown or Elijah Moore. I'll go Brown over Moore. I'm willing to risk CEH over Pierce, to be honest with you.
Even though it's easier to run on the Jets than it is to throw on them? I mean, really, it's a toss-up at this point, right? Because it's just like it can go really well and really bad for both of them. So, I mean, if you want to go CEH and just hope he gets 12-plus touches this week, hopefully, I don't hate it, I guess. I mean, I don't love Damian Pierce either.
Ben, gifted a membership to the Headliner Nation community. Appreciate you, Ben. Thanks so much for the generosity and the gifted membership there. Mason Ruthier becoming a member for the 31st month. Hey guys, fighting for a bye. Need 3 and a full PPR from Cup, Puka, Collins, Jaden Reed, or Kenneth Walker.
That sucks because, I mean, obviously, right off the top should be Cup, Puka, and Collins. But with Cup and Puka both playing in a game that could be affected by weather, along with Collins in his game as well, that's a lot of risk right there. If it's me, I probably take the risk. And I don't know if I love it, but I don't know if I can afford to sit any 3 of those guys. So I'm going Cup, Puka, and Collins.
BJJ Freak 82, Josh Downs or Jaden Reed in a full PPR.
I'm going Jaden Reed still.
I was going to say probably leaning Reed there for me. Matthew, Evening Gents, need help with the lineup given the weather and Pacheco is out. In a full PPR, he needs a running back, a wide receiver, and a flex from Kyron, Achan, Puka, Nico, and Lockett. Appreciate y'all. Kyron and Achan are going to be our running back and our flex. So we need to pick our best wide receiver there.
With the Geno questions, it's not going to be Lockett. Puka and Nico both have weather issues and bad matchups. I think Puka's probably safer.
It is a full PPR.
If it's a full PPR, I probably lean the safer way with Puka.
Jason Olivero, what's up, Jake and Swagrich? Need help and a dub to hold on to the 4 seed for the playoffs. Play DK in the flex with Geno questionable or play McKinnon. I'm going to go with McKinnon there.
I think McKinnon's probably still safer.
Yeah.
I mean, when is the Seattle game? The Seattle game's in the later slate, and so is the Kansas City game. Maybe see how your game goes the first hour and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find yourself falling behind and you may need to play catch up, then I may just have to gamble and go with DK at that point. But if you got a solid lead and you just need to play it safe, then maybe you can go McKinnon after the first couple hours.
Love you guys for all you do. Best channel by far. Jason, appreciate you. John Stork, welcome to Excessive Chubb. Appreciate you joining up and taking all the blue pills to get to the excessive Chubb portion. Sam B becoming a member for the 7th month. Need an upside play in half PPR. Pittman or DJ Moore? Upside, DJ Moore.
Yep.
Roman Davalos, Sulu, Liners fam. Pick one, CEH, Brees Hall, or Alexander Madison. Alexander Madison if you want to play it safe. Brees Hall if you want a little bit more upside. I've still got Alexander Madison higher, though, going up against Las Vegas.
Yep, that's where I would go to. Yep.
Francisco Medina, need to start 3 out of DJ Moore. Yes. Devontae Smith, David Montgomery. Yes. Puka, Reed, and Higgins. Probably Puka?
Did it say full PPR? It doesn't say.
Does not.
I think if it's full PPR, it's Puka. If it's not full PPR, then I'm probably going to gamble and go with Devontae Smith.
Frodels, DK or Devontae Smith?
I'm going Devontae Smith.
And then Henry or Montgomery? I've got Montgomery higher than Henry this week.
Yep. And then for Francisco above, you also needed a quarterback between Stroud and Dobbs, and I still have Stroud higher.
Stroud over Dobbs.
Yep.
LMB and Juan Pablo Benito. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Thanks for joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Did you turn them off?
I did.
Lawrence Heald becoming a member for the 20th month in a full PPR. I need to flex one from McKinnon Hyatt or
I mean, we have our different styles, but I mean, that one, I didn't know if you were like totally wigging out over there, what was going on, but yeah, that was pretty good.
That was how you would say it if you had done lots of drugs that evening.
Or been like really cold, like outside in the ice. Like you get out of like an ice bath. What was the question?
Though. McKinnon, Hyatt, or Charbonnet?
Yeah, I would agree.
Going McKinnon. And M1 Money. Need a win. He becomes a member for the 15th month. Need a win to make the playoffs. Pick one. James Cook, Drake London, Jerick McKinnon, Jake Ferguson. If you want to play it safe, it's Jerick McKinnon. If you want the most upside, honestly, I'm going Jake Fergie.
You getting a little Fergalicious out there?
A little Fergie with it.
I think I would go Drake London over Ferguson if it was me. But that's the only thing.
I just know Ferguson tore
him a new one
last time.
Yeah.
And we're all caught up on super chats, and we've closed it down so y'all can't send them anymore.
Yes. So
we've
that
got
we have
6 more minutes to answer as many questions as we possibly can.
Yep, that's why we did that. So we have a few minutes of time here before we get out of here to talk to the absolute public in the chat.
Brandon Hanks, Mahomes or Love at quarterback?
I still have Mahomes higher. Love is still a safe option if you want to play it safer though.
Carlos Pineda, running back 2 in a flex in a standard league. Jerome Ford, Alexander Madison, Chuba Hubbard, Kincaid, or Garrett Wilson. RB2 and a flex.
Are we going
since it's standard, I'm going Madison over Ford.
Yep.
At RB2.
And in the flex, I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Michael, do you think that McKinnon is a sleeper for an anytime touchdown this week? I wouldn't really say he's a sleeper. I think a lot of people are going to be betting on a Jerick McKinnon touchdown this week.
Yeah, it just seems to happen every single year. This time of year, Jerick McKinnon ain't done crap all year long, and then he ends up being like a fantasy league winner. I believe isn't this like the 3rd straight year that it's lining up like this? It's nuts.
Edgar wants to know in a full PPR, Herbert or Love? I think we answered this one. It's Love, right?
Yes, it is Love.
Reed wants to know Lockett or Mingo in a full PPR.
I mean, Mingo has been the leading wide receiver in Carolina the past 2 weeks and still can't crack 10 fantasy points. So I probably lean towards Mingo just because of the Geno situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep your questions as short as possible. All the extra stuff, we appreciate that you love us, but you can leave that out. You can leave out your record. You can leave out playoffs or anything like that. Just give us how many players you need and the name of the player, and if it's full, half, or standard, so we can answer it quicker for you.
As many as we possibly can.
Matt wants to know CEH or Singletary. I'm probably going to go Singletary there.
Yep, probably. Don't love it, though.
Are we holding Brian Robinson? He's my RB3 between him and Keaton Mitchell. I'm not dropping Brian Robinson. There's no way I can do that.
No.
Even for Keaton Mitchell. There's no way.
No.
Benny wants to know in a full PPR, Devontae Smith, Nico Collins, or Hopkins this week?
I'd probably gamble with Nico.
Ace takeoff, Chuba or Cup at the flex?
Chuba's probably safer, but if it's my team, I'm gambling. I'm going Cup.
Christian Alexander, Cooks or Thielen in a full PPR?
I'm going with Brandon Cooks.
Che Kim in a full PPR, Gibbs or Ayuk in the flex?
I'm going with Brandon Ayuk this week.
Jeremy Rizzuti, Ford or McKinnon in a full PPR?
Full PPR, give me Jerick McKinnon.
Afan Khan, standard, Chuba, Ford, or CEH?
Chuba. And you said a standard?
Mm-hmm.
Give me Ford and a standard.
Uzi with a $5 donation. Uzi, appreciate you. Ablardo wants to know T-Law, Dobbs, or Love?
I got Love highest.
Juan Pablo Benito upgraded his membership to full Chubb. Juan Pablo,
2 hands worth of
appreciate you.
Chubb.
Woo! Dubby Main. One flex. Kyron Williams, Ridley, Dobbs, Puka, or Gus. That's Kyron Williams for sure.
Yep. Can't stand him.
Billy Guzny. Walker, Swift, CEH, or McKinnon. Half PPR pick 2. Walker, Swift, CEH, and McKinnon. I'm going McKinnon, and if Walker plays, I'm okay going Walker over Swift.
If he plays, yep. The problem is are we going to know in time to have an option if he doesn't? If he doesn't, you're probably going to have to go Swift because I'm not going to start both CEH and McKinnon. And he plays later. Swift is Sunday Night Football, so you'll be able to throw him in.
Juan Pablo says hello from Spain. Juan Pablo, hello.
España.
Appreciate you joining up. Thanks so much, man. Godwin or Adam Thielen from Andrea?
I'm going with Godwin this week.
Jonathan Wilson, full PPR pick 2 from Hopkins, Cup, Jaden Reed, or Gabe Davis?
Ooh.
Hopkins, Cup, Reed, Davis.
I'm going to gamble. I'm going Cup and Davis.
Robert, Nico, or Jacobs in a PPR league?
Is that Josh Jacobs?
I'm assuming yes.
That's where I'm going to go.
Troy Black with the $5 donation. Troy, appreciate you. West Coast Rocks. Need one. Flex in a full PPR. Roshan, Kincaid, Pierce, or Mingo. I'm probably going to go Kincaid there.
Probably, yeah.
Wendy's McNuggets. Goff or Herbert?
I have. They're back-to-back in the rankings. I have Herbert one spot higher.
Etienne or McKinnon in a full PPR?
I'm probably still leaning Etienne.
Etienne, yep. Toby, Walker, Singletary, or CEH in a full PPR?
I want it to be Walker. But if we do not know about Walker, because he's an afternoon game as well, Singletary is beforehand. I plan on Walker, and if Walker's a no-go, then I go to CEH.
All right, few more here. Chat. Frank, Mitchell or Cup?
You think that's Keaton Mitchell?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm probably leaning towards Cooper Kupp still.
Constantino, Lamar, or Brock?
I have Brock Purdy over Lamar Jackson.
Cali Loco, Ferguson or Komet rest of the season? I'm going to go Ferguson there. Kim, Sanity, Hubbard, Madison, CEH, or McKinnon in a half PPR. I'm okay leaning McKinnon there.
Yep.
Jeezy, Swift or Gibbs? I'm playing Monty too. I'm okay still going Gibbs there, even with Monty.
Yep.
Playing both. Is JT droppable? I would still hold on to him for right now if you have a playoff spot locked up. I don't know if just in case he comes back earlier than anticipated, because he was not placed on IR. Aaron Carlson, DJ Moore or Nico Collins? Probably DJ Moore. Same
DJ
upside,
Moore.
Better weather.
Yep.
Pipe down, Brevin Jordan, Goddard, or Chiggy? I'm going to go Brevin Jordan there.
He looked good last week.
Anthony Rosales, Rice, Flowers, or Moore?
Only one of them in a half PPR. I gamble. I'm going with Rashee Rice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that part of the evening where we are going to call it quits. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight, though, sending your questions in, being a part of the nation. My headphone popped out. And for everyone that became new members or sent a super chat, thank you very much. But if you were here watching, liking, all of that good stuff, we still appreciate you just as much as well. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be here live on the channel around 10:30 for our Odds Jam Underdog Pick'em Special. I was going to come up with a special live stream where we talk about pick'ems for the day. So make sure you show up for that if you want to do a little place in of the moolah tomorrow. We're going to talk about this.
Just a reminder too. I know we probably should have said this at the beginning of the stream, Kyle, but I didn't think about it until right now. Going forward,
that's true.
Rest of season, we have Saturday football, so we're not going to be live streaming
except for week 18.
Right.
15, 16, 17.
So we're not going to be live streaming Saturday nights. We're doing Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time for the next 3 weeks. So be sure to set your alarms 11 a.m. Eastern time for the next 3 weeks live streams on Saturdays.
Yep, absolutely. And then after that, I'll be live for our members only live stream tomorrow. So that will probably be around 11:45 or noon, right up until kickoff at 1 o'clock. And tonight, I'm going to go over to the gaming channel at 11 o'clock. We might have some scrims lined up for our matches coming up here pretty soon. And we're going to drop into Warzone where I solo queued into quads earlier and dropped 17. I may or may not just be on fire right now.
You may or may not be.
I might be the best to ever do it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get out of here. Appreciate you all tuning in. Hopefully you have a great Saturday evening. I'll see you all tonight, hopefully at 11 on Headliner Gaming, and tomorrow right here on the Fantasy Headliners. Until then, peace out, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you all in the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners. Later, everybody.
Peace.
You can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when